India is concerned, there are things we do and there are things we don't. That's why we are India. We have rules, we have norms. If we take any step, we are accountable in this country, accountable to the people, to the media, to the civil society. So, when it's very easy to say these things, but clearly people were, a much more autocratic, oligarchic polity, where there are virtually no rules of conduct in pretty much any sphere, can do things which we can't. I think it would be unreal to compare ourselves to them. And in many ways, I think we would be doing ourselves injustice. At the end of the day, we are people with a certain sense of ourselves, with a certain set of rules about how we conduct ourselves and what we do and we don't. And I think that's very important to maintain. Look, reflect on, the last 80 years of Pakistan, which has paralleled our own independence era. For the bulk of it, in one way or the other, the military has either been overtly, covertly, in a hybrid manner. Essentially, it's been in command. In some cases, it's more visible and naked in a way. In some cases, it is less so. But what is the important point there is, when we hear people comment on our policies, I reflect sometimes. I have two neighbors, one to the east and one to the west, and the one to the east also has had for a substantial time of the same period, post 47, the military in command. But the military to the east is treated very differently. The military regime to the east is treated very differently from the military regime to the west. So what does it tell you? It tells you at the end of the day that much of the world actually, for all the homilies that you get, really, in reality, when it suits them, they can, turn facts around, upside down and do what they have to do. So in another context, you use the word transactional. In many ways, the world has always been transactional. That there are good terrorists and bad terrorists, there are good military rulers and apparently not so good ones. So I think for us, the reality of the Pakistani army has always been, and much of our problems actually emanate from there. When you look at the terrorism, when you look at the training camps, when you look at the sort of a policy of a kind of, I would say almost ideological hostility towards India, where does that come from? It comes from the army.
Since diplomacy is so much about optionality, given our attacks after Uri and now Pahalgam, are we diplomatically boxed into a corner where General Asim Munir can, whenever he chooses, trigger a terror attack at some part in India, and you've already de facto announced to the world or signaled to the world your intent that you will strike back somewhere or the other?
No, look, I think, I'm not sure where you get your admiration for him from.
I have no admiration for him. I'm quite disgusted by some of what he's done.
I can only say that, look, at the end of the day, look at the state of Pakistan. And, see the differentials and the capabilities and frankly the reputation on either side. I think, look, we should not get over obsessed and hyphenate ourselves with them. Yes, there is a challenge, there are issues there, we'll deal with it. So, relax, we'll handle it.